Hi, I'm Lisa. Welcome. This is day 22, and the topic for today is strengthening the voice of God in you. So we're moving into a new phase now, and you're going to be hearing God's voice now. And the voice for God is weak in you, and many people say, I can't hear it. And I know that. And the reason you can't hear it is because it's weak in you, because you haven't been listening to it. And so in order to strengthen it, you must share it. And you must join with others. You cannot hear it by yourself. So what I've asked for you to do over the last 20 days is to distinguish between the two different thought systems, between the two different voices. And mostly it's the ego's voice that's been in control for much of our lives. And this voice is loud, it speaks first, it attacks, it judges, it criticizes, it condemns, and then it switches to the other side, and it's a people pleaser. It tries to be kind and nice. It convinces you that it's helping you, that you're moving towards goals and eventually you'll get there. So anytime that you have an idea that something's going to happen later, that's the ego's voice. And the voice for God is calm, it's still, it's the voice of your true identity. A Course in Miracles calls it the voice of the Holy Spirit. And I always had massive difficulty with that word, the Holy Spirit, and just major resistance. I didn't use it. I skipped right over it for all the years I had A Course in Miracles. And it still worked. Like whatever word you decide to use, this is the voice of your inner teacher, your inner guide, and it's not separate from you. And so I want to give you a practice today that's going to help you strengthen the voice by sharing it. The first thing that I wanted to do, though, before I get into that, is I wanted to kind of catch up on some of the lessons we've already done around sickness and healing. Because I know that at this point, you are probably still looking at body symptoms. You're probably still judging yourself, still attacking, still saying it didn't work. And what I ask for you to do for the rest of the time that we're together is watch yourself like a hawk. Whenever your mind goes to a body symptom, or it's attacking, it's a judging, it's planning for future uncertainties, I want you to catch it. I want you to catch it in that moment. You're thinking about, trying another solution, changing something. I want you to just catch it and stop right in its tracks. And what I want you to do instead is I want you to use the healing prayer. I've listed it twice already. It's from workbook lesson 136. I'm going to post it again on the website. What I did was I clicked on the image and I dragged it to my desktop and I printed it. It was very easy to do. You can write it down on a card, but this is what we're asked to do whenever the mind goes to the body, is to say this: I have forgotten what I really am, for I mistook my body for myself. Sickness is a defense against the truth, but I am not a body, and my mind cannot attack, so I cannot be sick. I accept the truth of what I really am. My mind is wholly healed. And you just keep coming back to this. If I'm looking at a body symptom, I have forgotten what I really am. But light can't be sick. Love can't be sick. You can't be sick. And the ego mind wants to keep saying, no, but like I still have this symptom. But that's not what you are. And today I accept the truth of what I am and acknowledge that my mind is wholly healed. And we're staying in that place now. Because if you keep looking back at the healing didn't happen, we're not going to be able to go forward with hearing God's voice. And so the practice that I ask for you to do today is I want you to, whenever you're with a person, I want you to take a moment. So this is part of the pause. You're going to pause. I want you to pay close attention to what your mind does. There's a tape that's always running. That's the ego. Whenever you walk into a social situation or you walk out in public, and because of the fence, you actually don't see anyone. You just are walking into a situation. You're bringing your past associations with it. You think, I know those people and I don't know those people. They're strangers. That's your timeline. And what I ask for you to do now, and this is how the voice for God is strengthened in you, is I want you to join with this person. And you're not going to do it with words, and you're not going to do it through body language. And it's going to be uncomfortable at first. Most people don't like this practice. But I want you to, when you're with them, I want you to join with them. I want you to connect with them. I want you to just take that minute of silence and to recognize this is a holy encounter. This person is one with me. This is my brother whom I love. Just join at that place and keep your mind open. And you'll see this is uncomfortable at first because the mind, the ego mind, it comes in with a story. Hi, I'm so-and-so, and oh, I love your blouse. Oh, it wants to just clutter the space up with noise. And you cannot hear the voice for God while you're listening to the ego voice. So there has to be a space. You create a space now where you're not filling it with your own ideas. And again, this is uncomfortable at first because we're so used to just coming in with our identity. And when you do that, you don't see anyone. You don't see the person in front of you. And when you're talking with the person, I want you to also keep paying attention to the track that's running in your head. Pay attention to how you're planning to what you're going to say next. That's ego. I want you to really just join with them. I want you to look them in the eye. I want you to really listen to what they're saying and stay open. Just stay open for what comes to you to say or to do next. And we're going to continue with this theme of listening to God's voice. You'll be amazed by what happens. And this is just the first step. Is we're having a willingness now to not listen to the ego's voice. And that's why this prayer is important, because that ego voice wants you to keep paying attention to it. And you're saying no. Now I'm opening up my mind, and this is just an open space. And so I thank you for doing this practice. And that voice of God, that's your true identity. That's yourself. And you'll be so amazed by how easy your life becomes when you start joining with it. You join with your guide, you join with your inner teacher, and it's going to go with you now. You're not alone. God is with you, and we take this journey together. And I love you, and I thank you.